Hey, welcome back, folks. Picture this. You walk into a Seoul bank branch. You know what you want, a semiconductor ETF. The teller looks up and says, the explanation will take at least 40 minutes. Is that okay? Seoul Economic Daily reporters tested this at all four major banks, KB Kookmin, Shinhan, Hana, and Wori. One branch took 1 hour and 10 minutes, another, about an hour. You sit through an investor profile quiz, risk disclosures, voice recording, handwritten signatures. And if you want to open a retirement account on the same visit, you redo the entire profile from scratch. Do it on your phone? 10 minutes. One reporter finished on mobile in under 4 minutes, mostly just scrolling. Experts are calling this an asymmetric system. Too much friction at the branch, too little on mobile. And if elderly customers keep hitting that wall in person, they get left behind on investment access. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. That investor profile questionnaire, the long one, it's supposed to stop banks from selling risky products to the wrong people. Good intention. But in practice, when a reporter selected can tolerate up to 50% loss, a bank employee stepped in right away. You need to select total loss tolerance to qualify as an aggressive investor. That's the only way to unlock this ETF. At another branch, the employee watched the customer answer and said their responses weren't aggressive enough for the product they wanted. So the form meant to protect you ends up being coached by the person selling to you. Experts warn that if this becomes the norm, mis-selling risk actually goes up, not down. One more quirk. Open an ISA, Korea's tax advantage savings account, with just a plain fixed deposit, fully guaranteed. You still get repeated warnings that you could lose your entire principal. Because the account wrapper is classified as investment type, all risk disclosures fire regardless of what's inside. One bank official admitted the fix is obvious. Trigger those warnings when someone tries to add a risky product later, not at sign up for a basic deposit. Quick pivot to the bond market. Korean insurers have quietly become a stabilizing force this year. According to financial industry data, they net purchased 6.3 trillion won in government bonds through March 30th, up 30.6% year-on-year, the highest since 2022. In March alone, purchases tripled from the prior month to 3.1 trillion won. That matters because banks cut their bond buying by 46.5% and foreign investors by 41.9%. Much of it tied to U.S.-Iran conflict uncertainty. The 3-year government bond yield spiked nearly 0.6 percentage points in just weeks. Insurers absorbing that supply helped keep things from getting messier. The reason is structural. Insurers hold long-term liabilities, policies paying out decades from now, so they need long-duration assets. Rising yields make that trade more attractive. One major life insurer confirmed they've been gradually building fixed income positions as conditions have improved. Regulators have been nudging insurers toward more productive investment, industrial financing, and the like, rather than government bonds. But the counterpoint is hard to ignore. A steady buyer during market stress is its own form of stability. That's all for today's deep dive. We'll be back with more insights. You've been listening to the Korea Economy Brief, straight from the front page of Seoul Economic Daily. Thanks for tuning in.